Well, someone in the health sector.
Okay. So I can give you, I'll give you a clue if you
Yeah.
can guess her name.
Okay.
So it is a synonym for the word big. What is it?
Big. Um, Huge.
Okay. We say it's
Mega.
a big event. Wow,
Mega
wonderful.
events. Yeah.
You guessed that
Yeah.
name. You
Right.
guessed that name. You got
Yeah.
it right, and it is Megha. Want to
Wow.
know about Megha? Awesome. Want to know about her?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, Megha, she is a life skill trainer, a motivational speaker, and a keynote speaker too. She's an NLP and an emotional intelligence practitioner. She's also a woven therapy practitioner. Do you know what is woven therapy practitioner?
No.
Then it's an alternative therapy for recovering from chronic pain.
Wow.
She's also been doing counseling for her clients for stress-related health issues. She's a graduate in engineering, having a decade of experience in the software industry. She believes that everyone has the potential to achieve greater heights and aims at transforming people's lives by bringing out the best in them. And her tagline is, if you believe, you can. Over to you, Megha ma'am. Welcome on stage. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Padam Shri ma'am and Vanya, for this wonderful introduction. Good morning, everyone. It's been a wonderful morning. We all have been talking about the mindset, and the last topic was connecting the dots. And I was actually connecting the dots that how all the topics are interrelated. We all know that mental health has been a very important topic. But in this last 1 year of this pandemic, we have seen so many changes, we have seen so many ups and downs that mental health has become a very important topic. Myself, Megha, and I'm going to talk on one of such topic, dealing with anxiety. And I hope with this session, I am able to make some difference in your life. So let's begin the session. Can you see my screen, my slide?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's very much
So,
appearing.
topic is dealing with anxiety. Before we talk about anxiety and understand why it is important to talk about this topic in current scenario, let us understand what is anxiety. We see a lot of people saying that I have a lot of anxiety, I feel very anxious. What it means? It means when you worry or take so much of stress about your current situation in life, or you worry about a future event which may or may not happen, but you are just assuming that it will happen and keep anticipating all the negative outcomes. It might, you might have seen that someone say that, oh, I may lose my job, and what if I will lose my job, I will be broke and I will not be able to get even a new job. You see, just one thought one assumes and series of negative outcomes one start thinking. And surprisingly, we human beings who are gifted to think about the future, unlike animals, we spend most of our times in thinking what will not work rather than thinking what is bothering us. And in this current scenario, as we have been around only the negative news, we have been very anxious that what is going to happen next, what is going to happen with me. So it's very important to talk about how to deal with anxiety in current scenario. So let us see how is the present situation very different from the previous situation. If you recall one such day in 2019, can you feel how you felt about yourself? How was your behavior with others? And how was your surrounding? And now, if I ask you to think about present situation, how you feel about yourself, how you behave with others, and how is your surrounding, many of us might say that we have felt there has been changes in our behavior, in our emotions. Why? Because previously we were going out, we were going to offices, we were going to social gatherings, we were celebrating festivals, we were meeting peoples, and we were expressing ourselves. And even then and now, if you felt low, we know that we had good distractions like we can go for a movie or a shopping, or we can go out for any get together with our family or friends. But if we talk about this present situation, in this last 1 year, we have been homebound. There are restrictions. There is a fear in back of our mind that we can't go out and openly meet people. So there is a constant fear in our mind. And forget about movies and shopping. We are mostly homebound, so we don't feel like going for it. So, as our mind is empty and not having much distraction, our focus goes only to the negativity or all the news around us, which is making us anxious. I tell you, it is okay in this current scenario to feel what you are feeling because we all are going through. And it is very natural for us to feel, to worry. And it's been a very difficult year. But what is not okay to stay in that moment? Because if you stay in that state for a long time, it will not only impact your mental peace, it will start impacting your physical health to great extent. So yes, this change is real. Just not only adopting to it, we need to address what is going on in our mind. So let's see how we can address it. The first and very foremost that we have to do is identify what is going in your mind. As I stated in the beginning, that we think about what is going in our mind, what is going on in our life at presently, and more we think about what we assume can happen and keep on thinking the after effects. What you do, just close your eyes and think of very first thought that crosses your mind you think bothering you. And if you think you are assuming it that it may happen in your life, go back and again check your thoughts. Is there one such thought which is bothering you? Is there any problem that you need to address right now in your present life? So by now you will have two such problems. One, that which you need to deal right now in your present life, and one you are just assuming that need your attention. So let us first address how we can take care of the problem or the thought that is bothering which we are assuming, because as we are gifted human beings we think most of the things which we may think will happen, and we consume our all the energy just thinking about it and being anxious. So let's see how we can do with it. Let's take one example. Many of us might be having this feeling that pandemic is going to be forever. Yes, we are facing the second wave and pandemic is still there, but pandemic is going to be forever is such a thought. We don't know if it happened or not, but we keep thinking about it. And as we think about any such problem, there are negative consequences that we keep on thinking. So let's see what could be the negative consequences that one can think of in this situation. It could be we will have to live with pandemic, we will be homebound forever. And the worst of thought that one can think of is how all human will die. Frankly speaking, it's not going to happen because we are smart and we know how to overcome it. So, what I really wanted to do it, as you pen down all the negative consequences that come in your mind, on the other side of the paper, write what could be the alternative positive thoughts, assuring thoughts that one can think of when such problem crosses your mind. Let's see what it could be. We will gain immunity. Vaccination will work effectively and life will be back to normal. We will make ourselves mentally stronger. And very simple phrase, but very assuring, all that starts has to end. So this pandemic will also end. So what happens whenever any such thought crosses your mind, which you're assuming may happen, and you think of all the negative consequences, immediately think of all the alternative positive thoughts you have penned down. What will happen with time? Your mind will start working on all those alternative thoughts and your behavior will change. Let's see in this example, as one keep on thinking about that we will gain immunity, will become mentally stronger. One will actually start working on the physical health by doing exercises, by eating healthy food, and for mental health, one may start practicing yoga or meditation. So, as the behavior will change, mind will know that yes, we have some assuring thoughts and this problem will won't bother you as the mind will be busy on taking care of all the positive thoughts you have thought of and will be busy in taking the action. Mind will still get those troubling thoughts like pandemic will be forever, but as your action and behavior has changed, it will stop bothering you because you are busy in doing something which is assuring. And I tell you, as you practice more and more, a lot of the things we assume will be taken care of. And then mind will be free to actually address the real problem that need our attention. So let us see how we can address the real problems that we might be facing in our life. A very wonderful technique for addressing the real problem is locus of control. What you have to do is draw two circles. On the left hand side, write what is in my control, and on the right side, what is out of my control. And in the intersection, we will write how we can influence the things which are out of my control. Let's take one example to understand this better. One of the real problem I understand almost all of us are facing, be it children who are homebound and attending schools, be it working professionals, be it homemaker, or be it our elder parents. Everyone is feeling there is no personal space. So let us see what can be in my control or out of my control and how can I influence it. In this case, what is in my control is either waking up early or staying up late, whatever suits you. By doing this, you will definitely get some time when no one is around you and you can get your own space. And another good option could be going for a walk or for a cycling alone when you're not accompanied by your family. And another very good option could be invest this time in learning a new skill. You will get your personal space and at the same time, you will engage your mind in something positive. Let's see what is out of my control. Out of my control is current pandemic situation. Out of my control is this work from home situation, this virtual school for kids, and all family member around you. These are the things which are not in my control. And how can I influence it? I maybe can request my family members that because I'm not getting a personal space, it is making me really anxious and I don't know what to do about it. And then maybe you can discuss some time and define a time when you will not be bothered, or maybe everyone can have their own personal time. So that's how, when you pen down what is in your control and what is out of your control, your mind will know that what is not in my control really don't need my focus because anyway I can't do anything about it. And what needs attention is in my control. And you can immediately start taking action. As you start taking action, here is how you will actually find your addressing your real problem and your solutions. So, this is how we learned about how we can address all the problems we are assuming and all the real problems. And I tell you, it is very it is very obvious for us to think about all the problems. And as we practice these things, and I request you, as you practice it, as you do it, write it with the pen and paper, as the Augusta said that as we write with our hand, with the pen, our sensory works even more. Our brain connects with the hand, and our brain registers even more when we write it. So do it with the pen and paper and do this exercise. I would like to bring into your notice one more technique. Breathing has been a very powerful tool. And we know that when we are stressed, we breathe very shallow. And deep breathing is the technique which can help you relax. Let us see one of such technique, which is box technique. What you have to do is you have to inhale till count of 4 and then hold your breath till count of 4, then exhale till count of 4 and again hold your breath till count of 4. Do it 3 4 times Whenever you get some troubling thoughts, you are not able to take it out of your mind, even if how much you try, you can try this technique. Do it 3, 4 times. And as you get comfortable with count of 4, you can increase the count to even 6 or 8. How it will help? First, we are practicing deep breathing. Deep breathing will relax your mind, will relax your body. And as mind is engaged in holding the breath and inhaling and exhaling while counting, mind become busy in thinking about it. And the focus will shift from what you thinking, what is being you worried about, to focusing on practicing it. Believe me, it is very powerful tool. As you practice and do it just 3, 4 times, you will see you are relaxed, your body opens up, and your mind clears. So it's been a very, very wonderful techniques. Lastly, I would like to say that we all are human beings, and we have seen this pandemic time when we were out of touch with the outer world, and we have seen how powerful is the human touch, the human interaction, because when we go out and share, we actually are able to lighten our mood, we are lighten our head. So connect with your family, connect with your friends, be there to support. If you have something to share which is bothering you, go out and talk to them, and talk to them if there is something which is bothering them. Just by talking, we can relieve 50% of our stress. We can clear our mind. Believe me, it's very powerful. And we are gifted as a human being to connect with other human beings well. So thank you. I hope I was able to do the justice, and I hope you will practice these techniques. If you have something to share that can be incorporated, or you have any feedbacks, I will happy to receive. Here is my link for the Facebook and LinkedIn. Let's connect, and I hope you will start practicing what we have taught, and it will make some difference. So thank you for this opportunity, and wishing you again a very happy Transformation Day. Over to you, Padam Shri ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was definitely an eye opener. How to change your thought process and how you can change your ways of living and your future. That was really an amazing insight. Thank you so much for being us here on today on this platform. Happy World Transformation Day to you too. Hope it transforms everybody's life, right? Thank you so much. Yes, Sonia, what do you think about this?
Yes, yes. I am learning a lot. Thank you, Megha, so much for enlightening us with that wonderful topic. So, who is next, Padma Shri?